Hello, everyone. Join us as we explore a topic that affects us all, cancer. But we're not just talking about the disease itself. We're delving into the hidden history of the war against it. Our guide on this journey is the eye-opening book, The Secret History of the War on Cancer, by Devra Davis. So, grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's uncover some truths that might just change the way you think about cancer. Let's start with a story that hits close to home for the author. Devra Davis opens the book with the story of her friend Andrea Martin, who battled breast cancer not once, not twice, but 3 times. Andrea's story is a poignant reminder of the harsh reality many face. Surviving cancer doesn't always mean living cancer-free. In Andrea's case, she eventually succumbed to a brain tumor, a completely different type of cancer. But here's the kicker. What role did the environment play in her illness? Andrea was part of a research study that tested her for chemical contaminants. The results were shocking. Despite never working in a factory or having chemically intensive hobbies, her body was a toxic waste site, containing nearly 100 different chemical residues, half of which were known to cause cancer in lab animals. This raises a crucial question. Did these toxins contribute to her cancer? We'll never know for sure, and that's a problem. Now, let's rewind to 1973. Back then, multiple myeloma, a cancer of the bone marrow, was relatively rare. But by 1983, the number of cases had doubled, including that of the author's father, a healthy middle-aged man who never smoked or drank much. This alarming trend begs the question, why are cancer rates increasing? One reason is that we're living longer, and cancer is often a disease of aging. But that's not the whole story. The lack of a national system for counting cancer cases in the U.S. means we can't accurately track the disease's prevalence or understand its causes. Without comprehensive data, we're essentially flying blind. Let's talk about the historical context. Ancient Greek physician Hippocrates described cancer as a muddled, irritable cavity with spindly legs, coining the term carcinoma, the Greek word for crab. Fast forward to today, and we have advanced tools like electron micrographs that reveal the microscopic world of cancer. But here's the thing. Cancer might have been lurking in the shadows of human history for eons, disguised as ordinary life. As we age, our bodies lose the ability to repair the damage caused by everyday life. Sunlight, oxygen, and other natural hazards bombard our DNA, the blueprint of life. Our cells have incredible repair mechanisms, but as we get older, these systems start to falter, much like a rubber band that loses its elasticity over time. But aging doesn't explain everything. For instance, why do more men and women in America get brain cancer compared to Japan? Why has testicular cancer in men under 40 skyrocketed by 50% in a decade in most industrial nations? And why are young Black women dying from breast cancer at higher rates than their white counterparts? These questions point to a deeper issue: the environment we live in. The chemicals and substances we encounter daily, from the air we breathe to the products we use, could be playing a significant role in the rise of cancer. But proving this connection is no easy feat. The book highlights a troubling trend: the revolving door between industry and government. Many of the key figures in the war on cancer have ties to companies that produce cancer-causing materials. This conflict of interest raises serious questions about the priorities of the war on cancer. Instead of focusing on prevention, the focus has been on finding and treating the disease. This approach is akin to trying to mop up a flooded floor without turning off the tap. We're spending billions on treatment, but we're not doing enough to prevent cancer from occurring in the first place. The author argues that this is a fundamental flaw in our approach. Let's talk about the Second International Congress of Scientific and Social Campaign Against Cancer, held in 1936. This gathering of the world's top cancer scientists was a pivotal moment in understanding the environmental causes of cancer. Yet, many of the findings from this Congress were forgotten or ignored, their message lost to history. Imagine if the knowledge these scientists had in 1936 had been embraced and acted upon. Many of our loved ones might still be with us today. But instead, much of this crucial information ended up in the dusty corners of libraries, never to be read or cited. The book also delves into the controversial history of eugenics and its dark connection to the war on cancer. The eugenics movement, with its flawed logic and horrific consequences, was fueled by the belief that society's leaders could decide who was fit to reproduce. This movement, which gained traction in the early 20th century, had a profound impact on public health and medical research. The author argues that the legacy of eugenics continues to influence how we think about cancer and its causes. The idea that certain groups are more susceptible to disease due to genetic factors is a notion that persists today, despite evidence to the contrary. One of the most shocking revelations in the book is the story of the Breslows 5-volume report, a treasure trove of forgotten information on the early days of the American War on Cancer. This report, which was never published, reveals the deep-seated conflicts of interest and the suppression of crucial information that have plagued the war on cancer from the start. The author recounts her journey to locate a copy of the report, highlighting the lengths she had to go to uncover the truth. This story is a testament to the power of persistence and the importance of digging deep to uncover the hidden stories that shape our world. In conclusion, The Secret History of the War on Cancer is a call to action. It challenges us to rethink our approach to cancer, urging us to focus on prevention and to address the environmental factors that contribute to the disease. The author argues that we must stop waiting for proof of harm before taking action and instead embrace a precautionary approach. As we face the ongoing challenges of cancer, we must remember that the choices we make today will shape the future. We owe it to ourselves and to future generations to learn from the past and to fight for a healthier, cleaner world. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the secret history of the war on cancer. I hope this episode has inspired you to think critically about the world we live in and the steps we can take to make it a healthier place. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and share it with your friends. And as always, stay curious and keep learning. Until next time, this is BrightLearn signing off.
Visit brightlearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.